Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another trophy list review video. Today we're going to be covering the game Quarry, which is my most recent platinum addition to my trophy collection. And I figured I would do everyone the favor of talking about this game and what it's like to trophy hunt in it for any and all of those of you who are interested in trophy hunting in the game yourself. Oh, and by the way, just a disclaimer, while I'm talking here and while you're listening to my magnificent voice, you will be seeing some gameplay footage off to the side here, or maybe it's on this side, I don't know, I haven't edited this yet. But the gameplay footage you're viewing on screen right now while I'm talking, it will be spoiler-free, because the whole point of playing this game is that it's, you know, for its story, that's the main appeal. So, while I'm talking here, I'll probably just be showing some random footage, or maybe I'll just show, like, the intro prologue to the game, and nothing crazy. Like, nothing, no huge plot points or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're getting spoiled by watching this video. I'll make sure that that's not a problem, and the main focus will be, like, listening to me telling you what you're in for. But I just need something there to, like, you know, just so that it's not just me, and, you know, just so that you're not that bored. But yeah. Long story short, this game is not fun to trophy hunt in. Or at least if you are going to trophy hunt in it, I would highly suggest that you, space your playthroughs apart. Don't try to get every single trophy in the game back to back, all in one shot, one after another. Basically in one sitting. I would highly advise against this because probably the worst thing about this game and trophy hunting in it is that you can't skip cutscenes. Now, I understand that this is a story-driven game, and the plot is the main appeal, it's the main focus. You're not buying this game for the gameplay or the soundtrack, you're buying it for the story, that's why you're playing it. However, the thing is, once you've beaten the game, you should be able to skip certain segments of the game. I'm not talking about all of the game, because, you know, especially moments with, like, QTEs or where you have to fight to survive or something like that. Obviously, don't skip those. But, like, when it's literally just talking and you're not making any decisions, you should absolutely be able to skip those fucking moments. I am very frustrated by this, if you couldn't tell. And it makes trophy hunting in games like this a fucking nightmare. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this game. When it comes to all the games that followed after Until Dawn, which is an amazing game, which started this whole slew of interactive horror games, and made it basically its own series or franchise or whatever you want to call it, even though the games have nothing to do with each other, I would say that The Quarry is easily the best follow-up to Until Dawn since it came out. Man and Medan was a huge disappointment. I've been playing Little Hope, it's meh. And I haven't played House of Ashes yet. I heard that that was the best one out of the Dark Pictures anthology. Haven't got around to that one yet, but I am thoroughly impressed by The Quarry. I think it's fantastic. Looking at it strictly from, like, my first time experience with the game, my first playthrough, and just experiencing the game for the first time, loved it. It was great. I love this game. But I'm talking specifically about trophy hunting in it. That's what makes it miserable. Mainly because you cannot skip cutscenes. There's no fast forward button. There's no way to speed the game up. The only way to make the game go by faster is to get characters killed. Which is nice when you're able to do that, but the problem is a lot of the trophies conflict with each other. Like, the way this game works is you have to combine as many trophies in a playthrough as possible, and a lot of them conflict with one another. Like, basically, like, for some trophies, like, if you're going for that trophy, you can't go for this trophy at the same time because they both clash, and you won't be able to get them both in the same run. Case in point, there's a trophy where everyone has to live, and everyone has to die. Obviously, you can't get both these trophies in the same run. Now, I have figured out that you can platinum this game in a minimum of 4 playthroughs, which isn't too bad. And there's a way to set it up and make it so that you can do the first 3 chapters and make sure you do everything in them, and you could set it up in a way where if you've done this, you can basically start every subsequent playthrough that comes after your first one on chapter 4, which is pretty cool. It's a time saver, and the first 3 chapters are a joke. They're literally just set up. Nothing important happens. But the problem is I only really figured out these things from playing. Like, when I was going for the trophies, for me personally, I didn't really have all that much advice, or I didn't have specifics on certain details and really important things that I needed to know. And I ended up, I think I played a playthrough and a half extra than I needed to in order to get everything in the game. And let me tell you, playing this game 5 times in a row, back to back, every day for a week, it's fucking exhausting. It's draining. It mentally destroys the brain. My brain is zapped, it's melted, and if I see that game again, it'll be too soon. I want nothing to do with it, and I am so happy to be done with it. And that's the funny thing. That's how trophy hunting gets. The funny thing about platinum trophies, we want them now. So we cram all those playthroughs together and try to bang them all out as fast as possible, one after another. And that's the life of a trophy hunter. Like, I appreciate that the game's trophy list is set up in a way that's like, hey, you could do 1 playthrough, maybe 2 back-to-back if you're really enjoying the game, and then put the game on the shelf. You don't come back a few months later when you say to yourself, hey, I feel like playing Quarry again, and then you pop the disc back in, play another playthrough, and be like, oh, hey, I forgot all about this game, and you could, like, re-enjoy it. I respect that. I think that's cool for the casual gamer, but for me, I'm a content creator. I need to bang out a game and then move to the next one. I don't want that shit sitting on my backlog. I just want to finish it and be done with it. And, you know, because I played it that way, and again, obviously because I'm a trophy hunter, it really affected my level of enjoyment, because by the end of it, I wanted to blow my brains out, I wanted to kill myself, and it was awful. But that's really the worst thing about trophy hunting in this game. I'd say the other most annoying thing about this game is that there's this really unnecessary moment in Chapter 3 where you're playing as Nick and Abby. And don't worry, this is no spoilers, but basically you're given an option to either go one way or the other, like you reach a fork in the road and you could choose which path you take. And you can only take one of these paths per playthrough. You can't go both ways in one run. And both these paths have collectibles that you need in order to platinum. There's 40 collectibles in the game, and there's 3 different collectible types. There's tarot cards, there's evidence, and there's clues. You can get all evidence in any run, doesn't matter. However, you can't get all tarot cards and all clues in the same run, because they directly conflict with each other, literally just because of this moment where you have to choose paths in Chapter 3. There's clues on one path, and there's a tarot card on the other. So, since you can only go one path per run, you can't get all tarot cards and all clues in the same run. And the really dick thing about this game is that you have to have all collectibles of every type in your inventory at the same time. Meaning, let's say you're going for all tarot cards, and there's 22 tarot cards in the game. Let's say you get 21 and you miss one and then you finish the game. It's not as simple as playing another playthrough and getting that one you missed. You literally have to pick them all up all over again, because they all need to be in your inventory in order for the trophy to pop. So that's a bitch. Like, they didn't have to design it that way. You could have just made it so that we only need to get that last one and then you're good. But no, you have to have them all. And it makes complications, especially when there's so many other specific trophies, like have everyone live, have everyone die, have everyone get infected, have only Caitlyn live, have only Ryan live. Like, there's so much setup for each of these trophies, and you gotta do all these different technical things that are very intricate within each playthrough. So now when you start your playthrough, you're just planning, how many trophies can I get in one playthrough? How can I be optimal? How can I be efficient? How can I get the most amount of trophies and maximize my optimization in a single playthrough? How can I do that? And then so much planning and homework and research goes into it. It's a lot of work. Like, this is an easy platinum, but when it comes to doing it fast and efficiently, it gets downright complicated. Also, one other thing I want to say about this game, another really dick asshole thing that this game did, and it absolutely didn't have to do it, is the way the chapter select works. So when you beat the game, you unlock chapter select. And when you use chapter select, let's say, oh, I want to get, should have gone to the motel trophy, so let's start from chapter 9 and let's bang that trophy out. So you'll start on chapter 9, and then the game autosaves, and you lose access to chapter select. And now, you have to beat the game and get all the way back to the credits just to unlock access and be able to use chapter select again, Like, that could be even worse if I started from, like, halfway through the game. Let's say I chapter selected at chapter 5. Now I gotta play all the rest of the 5 chapters just to get chapter select back. That is so fucking stupid. This game was not designed with trophy hunting in mind. Like, this game makes it a point to be an absolute dick about it when it comes to trophies. Trophy hunting in this game is not convenient whatsoever. In fact, I would argue the game goes out of its way to make trophies difficult for you. So yeah, that's my biggest complaint about this game, is basically just, quality of life fixes is all this game needs. Let me chapter select whenever I want, don't lock me out of the option once I've picked a chapter. Add a fast forward button into the game, or a skip pointless cutscenes where there's no QTEs or no dialogue choices. Let me speed the game up somehow. And don't make it so that I have to be holding every single collectible in the game in order for it to count. I should be able to miss a collectible and then get it on my next run, and then boom, you got the trophy. I shouldn't have to pick them all up all over again. But, you know, I have been pretty much just roasting on the game the entire time throughout the duration of this video. But I do want to say, I don't want to give you that bad of an impression of it. Again, I only feel this way, really. Like, the issues I have with the game are absolutely valid, and I do think they should be addressed. But I'm looking at the bad things about the game and focusing on that rather than the good things. And there are some great things about this game. The characters are very likable and interesting, most of them anyway. Very unique and intricate things that set this game apart from all the other games before it. Like, for example, in all the other games, it was standard for there to be a trophy to get everyone killed and have everyone survive, or have a specific character survive. But we've never had a trophy where you have to get everyone infected. And I'm not going to spoil how that works or what it is that's infecting the characters, and I'm not going to spoil any of that, but I just really think, I just think it was super cool that there was an infection mechanic, and it made it so that there were so many different outcomes for the characters rather than just living or dying. I thought that was really cool. This game's setting, characters, story, all of it, it was a lot of fun, and I really, really enjoyed it the first time around. Oh, and probably another really nice thing about this game that I should mention, and none of the other games have done it, is there's a death rewind feature, which is pretty cool, which makes it so that once you beat your first playthrough, you unlock death rewind, and basically you will have 3 chances throughout your playthrough to, if you mess up and get a character killed, you can rewind before they died and potentially try to fix the situation. Depending on what the situation is, a character might be locked into a certain route and you can't save them depending on how far into the playthrough you've gone. But there are definitely times where, like, a QTE can get a character killed, and it's very convenient where, like, if you just accidentally went, whoops, fuck that up, and then got someone killed, you can just rewind and fix it. And that makes it very convenient for trophy hunting. So that's cool. That's probably the best thing this game did in terms, like, for the sake of trophy hunting wise. But hey, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this video I made right here. Boom! This is my full platinum experience for the Quarry. This is me recording basically my entire time with the game from the start to when I eventually got the platinum. And it's meant to be more on the entertaining side, and it fully captures the entire journey of trophy hunting in this game and my entire experience with it. So, and I worked really hard on this video. I would really appreciate it if you guys could go check it out. If that sort of thing interests you, give it a watch. Anyways, that's going to be it for my The Quarry trophy list review. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course hit that notification bell to support me, and I would really appreciate that. It would mean a lot. Anyways, that's going to be it for me, guys, so take it easy, have a good one, and I will definitely see you in the next one.